Another day, another story. Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, outlined in his seminal work, On the Origin of Species, published in 1859, is one of the foundational concepts in the field of biology. The theory revolutionized our understanding of the diversity of life on Earth. Here are the key components of Darwin's theory. Welcome to Tabo Eminent Channel. Descent with modification. Darwin proposed that all species of life have descended from common ancestors over time. The process by which this occurs is known as descent with modification. Over generations, slight variations, mutations, accumulate in populations, leading to changes in the traits of organisms. Natural selection. Darwin introduced the concept of natural selection as the driving force behind the process of evolution. In any population, there is variation in traits among individuals. Some of these variations provide advantages in surviving and reproducing in a given environment. Those individuals with advantageous traits are more likely to survive and pass on their traits to the next generation, while those with less favorable traits are less likely to reproduce. Over time, this leads to the accumulation of traits that are well suited to the specific environment. Adaptation. As a result of natural selection, organisms become adapted to their specific environments. The traits that are passed on to future generations are often those that enhance an organism's chances of survival and reproduction in its particular ecological niche. Common ancestry. Darwin proposed that all living organisms share a common ancestry. This means that different species have diverged from a common ancestor through the process of evolution over vast periods of time. Darwin's journey. Charles Darwin, a naturalist, embarked on a 5-year voyage on the HMS Beagle in 1831. During this expedition, he observed a wide variety of flora and fauna on different continents, including the Galapagos Islands. Darwin noted variations in species among different islands and environments, sparking his curiosity about the mechanisms behind these differences. Observations and reflections. Upon returning to England, Darwin meticulously studied his collections and observations, realizing the significance of the variations he had witnessed. He was influenced by Thomas Malthus's essay on population, which emphasized the struggle for existence and competition for limited resources. Development of the theory. Over several years, Darwin developed his theory of evolution by natural selection, working on his ideas in private. He was prompted to publish his work when he received a letter from Alfred Russel Wallace, who independently arrived at similar conclusions regarding evolution and natural selection. Publication of On the Origin of Species. In 1859, Darwin published On the Origin of Species, presenting his comprehensive theory of evolution through natural selection. The book sparked immediate interest, and its publication set off debates and discussions within both the scientific community and the broader society. Controversies and acceptance. The idea of evolution challenged prevailing religious and scientific beliefs about the fixity of species and the age of the Earth. The theory faced opposition from some religious groups and scientists, while others embraced it and sought to reconcile evolution with their faith. Expansion and integration. Darwin's theory laid the foundation for subsequent developments in the field of biology. The discovery of genetics and the work of scientists like Gregor Mendel contributed to the modern synthesis of evolutionary theory in the early 20th century, combining Darwinian natural selection with Mendelian genetics. Fossil record and molecular biology. Advances in paleontology provided additional evidence for evolution through the discovery of transitional fossils. In the 20th century, the advent of molecular biology and the discovery of DNA further supported and expanded our understanding of evolutionary processes. Teaching evolution. The teaching of evolution became a contentious issue, particularly in the United States, leading to legal battles over the inclusion of evolution in school curricula. Modern synthesis and ongoing research. The modern synthesis, combining genetics and natural selection, solidified evolutionary theory in the mid-20th century. Ongoing research in fields like genomics, developmental biology, and ecology continues to refine and expand our understanding of evolution. Controversies and challenges. The theory of evolution has faced persistent challenges from creationist and intelligent design movements. These groups argue against the exclusively naturalistic explanations provided by evolutionary theory, advocating for the inclusion of supernatural or intelligent causes. Debates over the teaching of evolution in schools, especially in the United States, have been ongoing. Legal battles have taken place to ensure the teaching of evolution in science classrooms and to prevent the introduction of alternative ideas without scientific merit. Punctuated equilibrium. In the late 20th century, paleontologists Stephen Jay Gould and Niles Eldredge proposed the theory of punctuated equilibrium. This model suggests that evolution occurs in relatively brief, rapid bursts of change, punctuations, separated by long periods of stability, equilibrium, challenging the traditional view of gradualism proposed by Darwin. Evolutionary psychology. The field of evolutionary psychology explores how human psychology and behavior have evolved over time. This interdisciplinary approach integrates principles of evolution with psychology to understand aspects such as cognitive processes, emotions, and social behaviors. Epigenetics. Epigenetics involves the study of heritable changes in gene activity that do not involve alterations to the underlying DNA sequence. Researchers are exploring how epigenetic modifications may play a role in evolution, providing an additional layer of complexity to the understanding of inheritance and adaptation. Evolutionary medicine. Evolutionary medicine applies principles of evolution to understand human health and disease. It explores how aspects of our evolutionary history may influence our susceptibility to certain diseases and conditions, as well as how evolutionary perspectives can inform medical research and practices. Evolutionary algorithms and computing. Beyond the biological realm, principles of evolution have been applied to the field of computer science. Evolutionary algorithms simulate natural selection processes to optimize solutions to complex problems, finding applications in optimization, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. Climate change and evolution. As the Earth's climate undergoes significant changes, evolutionary processes are also at play. Species may face new selection pressures and adapt to altered environments. The impact of climate change on biodiversity and the ability of species to adapt is a topic of ongoing research. Synthetic biology and directed evolution. With advances in biotechnology, scientists are exploring ways to engineer and direct evolutionary processes. Synthetic biology and directed evolution involve manipulating and evolving organisms for specific purposes, such as the production of biofuels, pharmaceuticals, or other industrial applications. The theory of evolution remains a vibrant and evolving field, incorporating insights from various scientific disciplines. Ongoing research continues to deepen our understanding of the mechanisms of evolution, ensuring that Darwin's theory remains a biological knowledge. Thanks for watching. Request you to subscribe the channel.